What's up guys, HazardEdit here and welcome to the promised game hacking tutorial with the CSGO Aimbot. So yeah, as I said, I'm going to make this copy-paste unfriendly, or how do you say that? So yeah, not everybody can just copy and paste the code, so the code actually has some value when you make it on your own. And yeah, you obviously learn something and not just copy, because that's bullcrap. But I'm going to make another aimbot tutorial for Assault Cube probably, where I'm going to publish the code or show you the code. So yeah, but for this one, just telling you what you have to do and show some parts of it. Unfortunately, I had to use code that I use for my private hack in the same structures as I use it here, so I can't show it to you. I hope you understand. So yeah, I'm going to run this. Notice how I look at the air, and now I run this, and now I'm looking at the player. So how do we do this? We are calculating the player's position, which is right there where his feet at, and then we mathematically grab the position of the head, so the height basically of the head. So as you can see, it's a bit laggy while recording because the CPU is matched by the recorder, but if I were to record it with a game recorder like Fraps or GeForce Experience or what it's called, then it would be smooth like a knife in butter. So yeah, just demonstrating here. Here's the closest player. It always gets the closest player. If I go down here, then this one is the closest player. So yeah, and as you can see, it's aiming right here at the mid. So the mid is basically where his position is at, so it's right, you could say, below his balls. And because he's like wearing a rucksack, or what do you call it, a bag, he's like crouching a tiny bit. So he's not standing straight. As I said in the information video, we are going to look here at his neck. So from here and behind it's alright, I can just hit him and he's dead. Just like that. But if I'd be here, then I can't hit him. I hit the other guy behind him. So yeah, let's look at the code. So here's what calculates where I'm going to add at the head. This is some deep mathematic equation using sin and tan, if you know that from math, and square roots for hypotenuse. I think that's what you call it in English. So yeah, this is just some calculate angles. I found it on the internet and it was really useful, but it's not required if you make it with moving the mouse. So in my original I don't use it, so I can show it right here. Okay, this was this. So here we get the engine, which we haven't got in any other tutorial. We're getting the engine, and then I get my player, I get my angle, which are functions I can't show you unfortunately, but it's just getting my player information. I can show you the struct here. So I have a base, I have my position, I have health, team, and dormant, if I'm dormant or not. And then I'm getting the closest player, basically looking, yeah, as the name says, I'm looking at who's the closest player and calculating the position and stuff. For FOV, you calculate the position also, but then you also calculate who's in, who can my cross reach in that certain FOV. So yeah, and then we do the calculate angle equation. So we're finding the point where to set my view angles, and it's safe that yeah, at this angle is just x and y. And float, I have two vectors, and for the vectors, yeah, the one is, I think it's an int vector. Yep, it's an int vector, and the other one is a float vector. That's why it's in F. So yeah, I'm getting the distance between two players, getting the enemy player stuff, getting my position. As I said, this is the get closest player, which is a float vector in return. And yeah, this is really not that hard. I just need to get all the information I need, and then I can calculate using this function, which takes in where from to where, and yeah, angles, basically. Where am I looking at right now? And yeah, just then I'm writing it to my view angles, which is very, very unsafe. And yeah, then I'm writing my angles also in the console, but that's just debug purposes. So yeah, there's really nothing else to say about this. Also, don't forget about the thread sleep, because it is smoother than... Some of you might have expected that it's something very, very big, but really it's not. It's just a few functions to get my player data, but you don't need actually functions to get your player data. You can just get it right here, but I think it looks better and it's faster for me to debug if I have functions for that, which get all the data. For mouse, you need a word to screen matrix. I think many of you know what it is. It's basically getting the game's information, like where's stuff in the game, like here and here is an enemy, and then where is it on the screen, so I know where to, or how much to move my mouse towards that direction. So yeah, that's it. What else? Also, you need a matrix function, which helps you getting a matrix from the game, because there are certain matrices and vectors in the game which you should get, and you shouldn't make each variable like view angle X is one variable, view angle Y is another. Like, I know some people tend to do that, but that's not really good. It's better to have like view angles dot XY, because then you can just make a function like this, get my angle, and then you return an angle. So you'll return X and Y in just one line. With less code, I mean. So yeah, this is basically it. I hope this helps you out. As I said, I'm going to make another tutorial for Assault Cube where I'm going to show you the full code. And yeah, until then, see you next time.